action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded about a yard deep. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Tight end right. Let's go.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Shift together here from the D-line.
Black 58 rail.
Bortles now on first down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. Now a handoff here to Bohannon, the fullback. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there.
Here we go now. Ace.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's got room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry.
And absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
6 yards here to go for the offense on second down.
Watch the shit. Left. Here we go.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. So what a let-off there. You figure that was an easy 3 points. Instead, it turns into nothing.
And from that close of range, if you start it left, your goose is cooked. And this thing, well, it never had a chance to straighten itself out.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Force. Get him, boy. Set. Wide Eddie. Force. He wants the mic. Let's go.
First carry for Central Florida alum, Latavius Murray. Stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Let's go. Blue 58.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Bridgewater to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Set.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Get ready. Blue 58.
From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. This is Murray, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Latavius Murray taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Forbath out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
They begin with a run by Fournette. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Watch left. Left. All right, D. Here we go.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go.
On second down, here's Bortles. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Here's Bohannon, the fullback. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
And while it didn't work very well on that play, defenders on 3rd and short know it's going to be a quick read. And really, the quarterback's just going to turn around and hand it off. So that way, you're able to diagnose the play and try and get to the point of attack. But when you're dealing with a fullback, it's hard to knock him backwards.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for a loss of 5. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Bortles. He's got the completion to Strong. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Check 15.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Check 99. Here we go.
Bortles going to run the draw with Fournette. Space to run past the 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
But there's a reason he was the first running back taken. You saw the ability there, the ability to be physical and get downhill. And how about him breaking off a nice gain there?
There's some Adrian Peterson comparisons out there now. That's high praise. Do you think that they're warranted?
Running style, very similar.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there, taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And out now come the Vikings. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They run with Murray. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from. Let's go.
That was second down run for Murray. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important third down.
Trips.
Let's go.
Third and long for Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. It got his man complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big gain of 38 there on third down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Murray. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Let's go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Bridgewater off the play fake to McKinnon. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off down near the 5. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Jaguars getting set to go. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it. And
running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Bortles. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. A final shot before half for Bortles.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
And this is going to be incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
12's mine. 12's mine.
Slow. Green, 90. Green, slow.
Bortles now on first down. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Ben Gideon not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Bortles to throw on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Stop me out here. Oh, yeah.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
He's checking.
The play fake to Ivory. Now Bortles. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson Aho. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Get ready. Let's go. Blue 58.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on second and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it third and goal. Bridgewater. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs from 4 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Forbath out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. A gain of 6 there on first. Boy, another example there of how you've just got to be fearless to go over the middle in this league.
No doubt about it. And if you want to be known as a Pro Bowl type of a receiver, if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, you're going to have to make a good number of catches in that area. And how about the hit he took from the linebacker? That's where you really make it because a lot of times that hit is coming from behind you, from over the top by a safety. In this case, it may well come from underneath with the linebacker dropping out from the middle.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Here we go now.
From the gun on third down, Bortles. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. It's Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
3 down. Let's go. Blue 58.
They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They'll run the counter with Murray. They find some open field here. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Telvin Smith coming in hard on the blitz. He gets him down for a loss of 4.
Get ready! 180!
Mike 51.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Here's Bridgewater. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On second down, here's Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Bortles now to throw. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And they're going to get this one up past the 25. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Strong grabs it over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jalen Strong, 59 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. End up letting them through.
And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Throwing, Bridgewater. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Play action now. Bridgewater. Flushed out right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
Tight end right.
Get ready.
Hey, we got four down.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Switch.
Get ready. 180.
Check.
He's back to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's go. Wait, 90.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll run here. It's Murray. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. To throw is Bortles. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. Clock running as Bortles hurries to try to get his guys set. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Bortles.
Short gain.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory. 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. A handoff. It's Murray. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Strong right.
Let's go. Blue 58. Blue 58.
Four down.
Bridgewater to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Tiger! Blue 58!
4 down, 4 down.
Fourth!
Bridgewater. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Barry Church. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Left flat!
3 down.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And what an effort on the final play of regulation. All zeros on the clock, and we are headed to OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
Shift together here from the D-line.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Check.
Now Doug Marrone, with a play clock almost out, says, let's take a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on second. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
What can Bridgewater do in the OT? And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Let's go! Blue Tiger!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run, as we just saw there.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Force! He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Get ready. Wide in. Force!
Carries piling up. It's Murray again. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13.
The Tiger!
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Dante Fowler in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Let's go! Wide 80! Wide 80! Tiger!
Lucky. Watch safety creep.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Here's Ryan Quigley now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down. The Jaguars on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready, green, 39. Black, slow.
3 down.
Black, slow.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Yeah, baby.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Ready, green, left.
Crunch.
Ace, left.
Out.
The Jags do snap it. It's Bortles. He's got the completion to Strong. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Would be a long field goal try from here as they try to hustle to the line. Now Bortles. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch
Tiger.
tight. Tight end's right.
Set. Force.
We got 4.
They go play action here on first down. Being chased out left.
Check 99.
And this one hauled in by Rudolph. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one.